Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. I am your melanated queen, and today we would like to discuss the topic of energy vampires, you all. You may be aware that so many of us face this adversity, whether it be on a job, which is usually the number one source, whether it be in your neighborhood, which is another source, or in your family. They could even be living in your household. So what are some ways that we can get through these terrible, troubling situations when you're facing energy vampires? For those who are not aware of what energy vampires are, we'll get into that in just a second. But before we do, I would like to say heute ist Montag, okay? Das Wetter ist sehr nett. Es ist 80 degrees outside, okay? The weather is very nice. Today is Monday. It is 80 degrees out here. And I want to teach you another phrase. So today, if you want to ask someone how are they doing, you would say Wie geht ist Ihnen, okay? That is the formal way of asking someone how are they doing auf Deutsch or in German. Wie geht ist Ihnen? And it means, if you translate it to English, it means how is it going, okay? And basically that's how you ask someone in the formal way, how are you doing? Now, if you want to ask someone in a more relaxed way, how are they doing? You would say wie geht's, okay? That's kind of like saying what's up. Let's see, is there anything else you would want to know? Ich liebe dich. I love you. I'll say that again. Ich, meaning I, liebe, meaning love, dich, I love you. Okay? And if you want to ask someone, what is your name? You can say, was ist deine Name? Or you can say, wie heißt du? And basically that means, how are you called? Wie heißt du means, what is your name? And you would reply and say, meine Name ist, or you could say, ich heiße, and then say your name. So in this case, if someone asked me, wie heißt du? I would reply, ich heiße LilFoxi, or ich heiße Brown Girls Are Beautiful, or meine Name ist LilFoxi, or meine Name ist Brown Girls Are Beautiful, okay? So I just thought those were some interesting phrases. You've just learned about 2 to 3 extra phrases in less than 5 minutes. Shout out to me. And of course, I want to let you all know I'm also an English major. So if you ever need any English tutoring, I am here for you. I've been doing some homeschooling, and that's been going pretty successful as well. So like I said, if you need to reach out to me, I'm definitely here. Also, if you're looking for an English tutor around these times, you can look at the Xayx Institute. That's Xyayx. And I thought this was very clever because it's the same if you reverse it. Xyayx. Xayx Institute, okay? That's run by Q Butter. That's Quebutter. You can check them out on Instagram and also on YouTube. They're doing some amazing things, and melanated people are being taught by their own. I think that's very essential right now, this day and time. We all know that a lot of us have been lied to about our history, and so don't even let me go there. You all, I prepared a nice presentation for you all last night. I recorded the entire thing in length in its entirety, and unfortunately the sound was not playing correctly. So I'm going to have to figure out another way to actually deliver that information to you, but it is coming. So as far as energy vampires, I feel that this is so necessary to speak about because a lot of people have been going through this situation, and like I said, I'm hearing about a lot of it being done to people through a lot of different measures, whether it's on the job, it's in the household, it's in a relationship, it's in the neighborhood, it's in your family, so-called friends, wherever it may be. You could just go out to the store, and you know, this happened to me not too long ago. This man got into it with me over a parking spot, and I'm like, okay, what type of man are you, first of all, to get into it with a nice little petite framed lady such as myself? You know, I'm a queen, and so I deserve to be treated as royalty as such, okay? But this individual, you know, acted like he could not recognize the royalty and wanted to start up with me in the parking lot. And so, you know, I had to let him have it, y'all. But I don't like for anyone to take me out of my character, and a lot of times that's what they're trying to do, okay? So I do believe conducting yourself as a lady in all times, especially in the public. I don't like to get out of character. I don't like for people to classify me as belligerent or irate, because we all know that people are watching and they like to classify us accordingly. Even if that's not your character, you know, that is the stigma that surrounds us, especially if you have melanin in your skin, okay? And right now, as you can see, I am in the sunlight and I am letting the sun marinate this melanin, okay? So let's get into it. I want to say shout out, and you know what? I don't know if he will see this, but shout out to PA Billionaire. I want to say thank you so much for your words of empowerment and encouragement within the community. If you have not checked him out yet, please check out Billionaire PA. He's on Instagram, or either PA Billionaire. I'm sorry if I'm getting it incorrectly. You know who I'm talking about, the guy that talks about following your dreams and stay wealthy. So he has a lot of good things to offer, and in times of discouragement, you need encouragement. So what I would say to the people that are dealing with these energy vampires, for one thing, what do I have on? Shout out to the Unk. If you would like one of these, reach out to Quiba's Art, okay? He's out in Dallas, and I want to say every weekend, every Sunday, they're out there selling their paraphernalia. Had I known when I was out there, I would have been selling my melanated gear. As you can see, I have on the BGAB Brown Girls Are Beautiful hoodie right here. This is the golden black, and so these are very popular. Even though it's 80 degrees, I have on the hoodie because it's protecting me from the sun. But I will be getting some more things in stock. I'm so excited to be sharing all of these business ventures with you all, and they are so successful, and I so appreciate all of the beautiful love that I receive in my endeavors, so thank you. But anytime you're being attacked and your energy is being drained by the energy vampires, please do your best to listen to words of positivity and words of encouragement. I don't care if you have to go on YouTube and listen to Ralph Smart, if you have to listen to Dr. Boyce Watkins. These are some of the things and techniques that I'm telling you, because these are the things that I've had to do in my own encounters to combat the negativity. Even while working, you might want to turn on relaxation music. You might want to turn on a fountain of water. If you're in an office and you have a beautiful view such as what you see behind me, look out into nature. Greenery always helps. Relaxation music, you want to listen to 432 megahertz frequencies, also 528, 832 megahertz frequencies. But also work on your dreams, you all. I wanted to specifically hone in on that. Please work on your dreams. The universe sometimes pushes us into uncomfortable situations because we're not meant to be in those situations. And so what we find ourselves doing is going from one situation to the next. And unfortunately, these situations don't work out in our favor at the moment, but they are working out in our favor in the long run. And it's hard for us to see it because we are so consumed with that situation at that particular point in time. But you all, just want to let you know the universe is infinite and abundant. So there is nothing that the universe cannot do for you. And if there is something you want to do, if you have a talent and you have a dream, go after that talent with so much ambition. And I think what happens is we become so drained in life just dealing with everyday struggles. That's what the energy vampires want you to do, so that you don't have enough energy to pour back into yourself and to focus on your own dreams. I just thought this topic was so important today. Normally, you know, I would speak on the CVID situation, and we'll still be talking about that because it affects us. And my PowerPoint presentation that I have for you all is going to lay out slides about the Constitution. Shout out to Young Pharaoh. I had no idea that he was going to come on live today and speak about that. So I think we're on a similar frequency. He was also talking about Barack Obama, you all, about the homosexual acts that may or may not have allegedly taken place, the drug use. I had heard about that about 2 to 3 years ago, but you know, a lot of times the media has a way to suppress things. That information came out right before he was elected, and unfortunately they didn't want that information to get out, so a lot of melanated people voted for him, and then you have it, we still haven't gotten anywhere as a people. Okay, so we had someone that posed to be a representation of us that really was not for us. So I think my point is to stop looking outside of yourself to be saved. I know as melanated females, we want to be rescued, we want to be saved, but a lot of times you have to look within yourself. The Creator made each and every one of us so divinely unique that you have to go within yourselves and pull out those gifts and talents that you were blessed with, that you were born with, because the world is waiting to see those things. Just imagine, you know, if Barack Obama had never existed, we would never know that, you know, a melanated individual could have been the president. But of course, we know he would have never been put into office if they didn't really want him there. So he was set up there for a reason. We already know he was predestined to do that. We know that he was groomed to do that. And so I really don't buy into the elections and the presidency and all of that. I think the best thing you can do if you would like to participate in voting is basically just participate in your local elections, you know, within your community, because those are the ones that's going to have the most direct impact on you if you choose to do that. But more so than anything, I just want to say, please, people, just I hear so many, and especially if our melanated females, going through things on the jobs out here, and I feel for them because a lot of them are single mothers. A lot of them have already been through broken relationships. They've been so hurt and disappointed so many times, and so I feel a connection with their energy and with their strength and with their pain, because I am a melanated individual myself, and maybe I haven't been through everything they've been through, but I know the struggles that we deal with just because we are melanated individuals. I know the stereotypes that follow you just because you have melanin in your skin, even if you don't represent yourself in that fashion. And I know how sometimes you have to prove a point to people who are not even worth proving the point to. And if you speak up for yourselves, sometimes, you know, they don't like it, and you are then in turn antagonized. So I want to say to my melanated kings out here, I need you to make it easier for these queens, especially if y'all are in a real relationship, especially if you're in a marriage or something like that, or whatever it is, because you don't necessarily have to have a marriage to be married, if you know what I'm saying. The government has no basis to interject themselves within your relationship unless you really want them there. But whatever you define yourselves as, if she is that queen to you, you need to make her life easier. Make it so that she does not have to worry about being antagonized on you know, a job situation where basically she's being stressed out and it's affecting her mentally and physically. You don't want that for your queen. She's of royal divinity, so you want to make sure that you're looking out for her, put her in that financial situation so that, you know, if something comes up, she can leave and she can pursue her dreams. And same thing, you know, for the melanated queens out there, if you do have a king and he's supporting you, try your best not to antagonize him, or, you know, just know how to pick your battles is what I really want to say. And I want to see more unity amongst us, because when I look at the Caucasians, when I look at the Hispanics, when I look at even the Middle Easterns out here, and when I see, you know, the Caucasians in Target at 2 o'clock in the day, they're pushing, you know, a shopping cart with 2 or 3 kids, and they're dressed casually. These are females that I'm speaking of. No, they're not on lunch break. And no, they're not working. They're being taken care of by their Caucasian counterpart. When I see the Spanish, you know, or the Hispanics out here in Walmart with a plethora of kids, they're shopping, and guess what? They're being taken care of by their counterparts. When I see the Middle Easterns walking through the neighborhoods and at the parks, they're pushing strollers, and yes, they do procreate and multiply. I see that man walking with them as well. And a lot of times when I see our melanated queens out here, they're by themselves, and unfortunately there is no king in sight. There is no king around. And so I really want to set that precedence, and we need to get back into the family values and the family structures. You need to get back into valuing one another. And I mean, if she's not acting like a queen, you should know how to recognize one when you see one. Everybody knows that when they see me, I don't really have to say much. Okay, my presence is enough. So I'll just leave it at that. But present yourself in the manner in which you want to be perceived, okay? And if someone cannot respect you, and if they do not basically appreciate you for the value that you have, and they're ingenuous, you already know what to do with that, okay? But for the most part, if you're having issues with energy vampires, the best thing you can do for that is just don't feed that situation. Don't give energy to something that's draining you. It's just like a battery. The more and more you drain that battery, the more and more it dies. And that's what's going on with a lot of people out here. I think this topic is so important. So I wanted to send you that message. We will be discussing some other things. If you have a specific topic you like to think about or like to talk about, please let me know. I look forward to going live with you all. And I do have hopefully some people that will be joining me on my platform or on their platform that I will be collaborating with. So it's all about positivity. It's not about negativity. I hope you enjoyed this message. I'm out here enjoying the weather, and I'm going to close with this. I want all my melanated queens, please stay beautiful. All my melanated kings, please stay the warriors that you are. Look out for these princesses. These princesses and these princes. And until next time, everybody stay healthy, stay well, stay beautiful. You can hit me up, BGAB, Brown Girls Are Beautiful, and I look forward to speaking with you. Until next time.